enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
And welcome to the Coffee Break Conversation. My name is Rita Nandira. Thank you for being part of this beautiful conversation. And of course, we are looking at the elections, starting from the presidential elections that happened. And of course, the ongoing elections which are still happening in our nation. Looked at the local government elections that also happened, and of course, electing the youths, electing the mayors, and so many other people who are taking the stance to ensure that they stand into the different positions. But of course, we want to consider the voices, the lessons, and the way forward that we have really seen during these elections from the presidential part. And joining us to unpack all of this information is the NRM analyst, that is Nathan Kazora, who's going to give us more of the information. Nathan,
yes.
It's a good pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining us. And
I'm so grateful for you, Family TV, to invite me here today to analyze, because my job, I'm an analyst, political analyst. Okay. Not necessarily that I can analyze political issues, but even other perspectives of life, yes, I can do analyze. Because everything is surrounded or entangled by the political matters.
That's right.
That's why I always tell people, you cannot say me, I'm not a politician. Unless every bad thing happens in your country, when you refuse to go and select your leader, then don't say we have been rigid. You never took the part of responsibility element of choosing your own leader. I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ, and I thank you people who are viewing us right now. I'm by names of Kazora and David, as you have heard. Yes. I'm subscribing to the most loved party. That is my statistics. Okay. Most loved party in East Africa. That is NRM.
All right.
I'm so grateful to be invited here.
First of all, we congratulate you.
Obviously,
the NRM party for whatever happened.
We have been congratulating because we have been moving on different media houses.
Okay.
But once again, I can also congratulate even these new mayors and the LCCD candidates who are made to come through. In Kampala here, NRM has won. They declared Mr. Uhuru Salim yesterday as a winner of Mayor Kampala Central. And I thank Ugandans. I've been thanking in particular different districts which have given us this time we are finishing. Okay. They refused to vote us, or they voted us out. They brought in new people and other political parties. But because I'm telling people, President Museveni has not won this election with this big margin by accident. Okay. It has been by intentional. You see, President Museveni, since they defeated him, the very part which never supported him, it's why he put his much effort. Okay. And people have been moving, politicians, Buganda to Museveni, and the other people on opposition side, they are laughing. Buganda cannot come back to Museveni. But we have got 50 something MPs in Buganda here.
Yes, yes.
And NUPA's got less than that. That one means we have defeated them. Why? People that doesn't need many words. What people need is service delivery. And President Museveni is the master of that. He's ever focusing on service delivery. Is taking services nearer to the people. So a person who works and a person who talks, finally people decides. This one is a good communicator, and even is talking sensational. In English, we call it sensational talks. That you promise people things which cannot be easily achieved.
Yes.
That I'm going to remove taxes when I come as a president, and I'm going to increase salaries. The last person in my government will be getting 1 million. Okay. But when I come, I will reduce all the taxes. Those are called sensational. You are just lying people thinking that they don't understand. But this NRM, what has done? This government found literacy rate were at 14%. Right now it's 81%. What does that one mean, Miss Rita? That people can easily read, can easily hear, internalize, scrutinize, and get the final answer.
Yes.
People have had the manifestos of 8 parties and 8 candidates.
That's right.
But they have this majority. Of course, in democracy, it's the majority to decide. And I just wanted to see people complaining. Don't complain. You read the candidate you have voted. It is not a must win. No.
Yeah.
Nowhere it is written.
Yes.
You have voted that person, but he has not got much that majority votes to make him a leader or be declared as a leader in that particular position. Therefore, I thank majority of Ugandans for always knowing a person who loves them. You know, when you forget somebody who has ever given you something before,
yes,
then you have a problem. There is a friend of mine I know was just a mutembe selling these used coats, suits.
Yes.
So one lawyer here in town found him was bargaining on his suits and asked him, "Nga, you are a young boy, why are you not studying?" Me, I don't have money. He took back the boy in the school, senior 4, studied law, is now a chief in grade 1 court, this side of Masaka. So if that man, if he can easily forget the other person who picked him from the road and paid his school fees, catered for all requirements, now because he is a chief, a magistrate chief, or is a judge, or is even a chief justice, if you forget the other person who picked you from the road, then you have a problem. So that's why I thank Ugandans. They have never forgotten a person who has picked this country. This country was laughable, was a laughing stock. Each and every Christmas, let His Excellency Moi could come at Busi and start throwing sugar and this milk of Nyayo. Every Christmas, helping the Ugandans who are dying in poverty. But right now is a different story.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Of course, we cannot all of us be at the economic par.
Yes, yes.
That we are at the same level. Automatically, there is no country like that. But the aim of President Museveni, yesterday was on a certain media, I told people, that there are countries where their GDPs is growing and the economic development is big. But the natives of that particular countries, even here in South Africa, the economic power or ability of those people is not matching with the economy of that particular country. But here President Museveni ever tells you, even though I give you development, you have to make wealthy.
Oh yes.
That's a leader who teaches as if he's teaching his children. And indeed we are children and grandchildren. You have to come out of poverty. Is every time his message, wherever comes before the camera, is talking about that. And people who have heard his advices and took that way, they have changed. You see, politicians, we call them political vendettas. These opposition people, they are political vendettas. They are too envy, even to their masses. They so-called their people.
Yes.
How can you say my people and you don't want your people to change? Because this 1 million can change a life.
That's right.
Of a person.
That's right.
And we have very many testimonies. President Museveni has been moving in the campaign, has been displaying those things. People testifying by themselves. They received 1 million. I bought this. Now I'm employer. I have 4 workers. I bought this business. And the other one is going ahead. 1 million can do something big. But these people, when President Museveni was campaigning in Masaka, even said so. And I've been telling people in different medias that these people are just envy. They just want you to remain poor. Because a person who is so poor cannot make an independent decision.
That's right.
Because this one have to use you because has given you 100,000. Can tell you. That's what Museveni is telling every Ugandan to come out of that stinking poverty. We have to come out of that. By the way, in just 2 years, 33% have been in the subsistence economy. It's now 30. In only 1 year, by the way. The economy. Now, for example, there are people who are coming on these TVs and say, President Museveni has done nothing. But let me just teach you economics. President Museveni found us. The economic base of Uganda was 3.9 billion. I'm talking in US dollars.
Okay.
It's now 61.68.
But by what year was that by then?
So from 1986, when we comes to people who are working for honest stomach,
okay,
we're 90%.
90%.
They are now 30.
From 90% to 30%.
Yes, from 90 to 30. And I have been telling people, when we vote in Museveni this time, this 30 will all come in money economy. And that's the dream of President Museveni, that every person must be in money economy. Because when we are in money economy, now we have an independent mind. Me now, you cannot just give me any amount of money that support me. As long as your ideas are not matching with mine, I cannot support you. But when you don't have money, you can easily be used.
Okay.
That's why some of the MPs, they run to, they call it in Uganda, Embuyaga, the wave,
yes,
the storm. And I've been telling people, storm has never, have you ever seen a storm that the storm has bring something good? It only destroys.
Yes.
And that's why we got a political storm here, 2021. It has destroyed everything. Everybody is crying. Even intelligent people that would not even say those vulgar and obscene words, they are doing so. Because a person, a caliber of Mwanga Chivumbi, when you can stand on the camera and say Museveni is smearing, take him. Sincerely speaking, Mwanga Chivumbi, I don't think that. But because he wanted the card from Munup, and they are telling him you have to abuse. If you want our card, you have to abuse. Say Wanyana, you come and say Mpuga is the one who has been arresting. So if you can just change your head to be your feet, then you have a problem. I always tell people, be you, Miss Rita. Be you. Okay. Whatever condition you are passing through, stand on your knowledge. Okay. Stand on your brain. Don't just sell out your brain because you are poor. Right. Don't just sell out of, and those people are not poor. They are only unsatisfied. Okay. They are ever in want. In wanting. So this the lessons they should learn. People who have won, obviously they must also have the lesson. Why have they won? Yes. Those who have been defeated, they must also have learned. I have been telling them that President Museveni, he fought 8 years fighting Idi Amin. And the people he had in Mundui, in Zanzibar, in Dar es Salaam, everywhere he went, those people, some of them, we still have them now in the government. Okay. And that one must be an intention of maintaining relationship. If you cannot maintain a relationship, then you are losing trust, public trust. Anybody who is near to you is not even sure that tomorrow you will not use him and dump him. And that's what has been happening mainly in NUP, National Unity Platform as a party. That for them, how can you beat a person you gave a card and even he won with your card? That is the Honorable, this one of Nansana, who is there now, Wakaima Musoke. Honorable Wakaima Musoke, he went on the rally, I don't call it rally, but on the party, maybe celebration party of General Mohozi in Masaka. So no people saw him there. When they had their meeting there, Wakaima Musoke went there in Nup office and they started beating him. The guy Igun started giving him very good bros. It was Honorable Bwanika who helped him to come out of such a struggle. So how can another person trust you? Let's say Mpuga, I'm saying let's say, yes, as he claims, let's say Mpuga took money in a wrong way. But the way they approached him, the way they mudslide him, yes, was the right way to handle him. As a leader in your party, as a strong leader you found already in parliament, because leadership is about alliances. That's right. If you are not aligning with this and you are not aligning with the other one, you are saying everybody will just be down, only me will be up. And it's forget that one can only work when you are a dictator and you already have power. You know, Machiavelli said, Nicole was an Italian man there. He wrote a book, The Prince. He said, every person who has helped you to capture power, kill him, eliminate him. Okay. Because it's going to come the problem. But that's not President Museveni. President Museveni of recent he said, if I would have killed Besigye, people now would have in their memory, maybe Besigye would be there, yes, would have done this. That's right. But now he never killed him and he failed himself. So President Museveni does not kill you, just give a rope and you hang yourself. As you have seen, these people of NUP have hanged themselves. So do you NUP must prepare their political obituary? I don't think that they are coming back. But why? You are just having the return of accusations, which obviously they are suffering from focus. They have no focus. You have no focus. You even a leader of the party. Now even I call upon Honorable Chagulanyi to come out of hiding. Who is chasing him? Nobody is pursuing Chagulanyi.
I think you want to arrest him. That's why he's hiding himself.
And even a person, a caliber of Chagulanyi, the way he talks, I don't think that he would even hide if they want to arrest him. If he knows that he's innocent, you can only run if you know you are guilty.
Guilty, yes.
If you know you are not guilty, why is he running away from authorities? Let him come out, report himself to the police. If he has no any case to answer, he will go back to his home. But when he is just, of course, he's doing so to weak again his people who supported him because he has nothing to tell them. He said, we are going, he took the case 2021 in the courts of law. Before the judgment reaches, he withdrew the case. He withdrew the case and said, we have now taken this case to the hands of people.
Yes.
And then the people said, for us, our role was voting you. We voted you. Now we cannot again give us another law which does not belong to us constitutionally. So now, again, he said, if there is no any reform, constitutional reform, I will never be involved again in this election. There was no any reform, and he was involved. He went to Masaka, soliciting vote there. He said, even though I got 99%, I am going to swear that Gabakama cannot declare me. So why are you in election? How can you be a leader, a contradictory leader?
He gave out his view, what he thought maybe.
Yesterday I was on a certain media. I told them, General Sari was fired 17 bullets in the bush when they were fighting. Even Rijema cried. Then President Museveni was standing with late General Kutesa, because then Museveni looked at Picos and asked him, what do you think about? I'm just reading here this book of this former Cuban Fidel Castro. Then Museveni said, you are intelligent man. You know why? He saw Kutesa since he was a friend to genocide. Maybe he would be crying. A leader does not just hide. A leader does not just cry. You are a journalist. Can you get for me one picture where President Museveni was crying, even when he was young? A leader just cannot just cry anyhow. As we see this Chagulanyi cries a minute after the other.
Allow us to get into a quick commercial break and we'll come back with more of this conversation. Yes, elections is what we are discussing about, and we are still with Nathan Kazora, yes, the interim political analyst, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Yes, and welcome back. I think the question that have been asked, if I ever seen President Yoweri Museveni with a picture when he's crying, of course, who would say not really? But politics is the way to go as we are discussing what has transpired into the presidential elections. And Mr. Kazora Nathan is giving us more of the information. But of course, we want to find out, besides the service delivery that NRM government has really given us to the Ugandans, the change, talk about everything, to the voices of the citizens of Uganda, is what we want to look into. We have been to different places, the young people, giving out their views, saying that besides, of course, the president being in power for some good time, and he has really done what he has done, providing this and this, they want to see change. They want to see a new president.
And those people, they don't respect the democracy and they don't respect our constitution. Because they are forgetting only one thing. Now President Museveni is going to hand over to another president. Sorry,
it's okay.
To another President Museveni. President Museveni, each and every after years, subject to himself to the process of election. And people vote him back again. And when he's voted in again, is a new president. I want to teach you people. That's why he's going back by May to Kororo to be given tools of service. Because if we remain Museveni, then obviously he has been sworn in very many times. Why is he going back Kororo for swearing in? Because he's becoming a new president with a new manifesto. Because the manifesto we are finishing now is not the manifesto again we unveil that we are going to take in for these 5 years. But those people who are saying so, yes, you want a leader, another leader, not in the names of Museveni. But what should you do? Entice people. You tell people your manifesto, people support it, they vote out President Museveni, we'll go back to Chisos or Wachitura. But as long as in democracy it's the majority. And is the constitutional rule of law. Constitution tells us, of course, it's not the President Museveni who amended the constitution.
Oh, yes.
We had 2 terms. The MPs of that time, they obviously, after realizing the goodness of the President Museveni and the ability, the political heft, the political influence of President Museveni, they said we should not lose this intelligent man. And that is what we call in English political orbit. Political orbit means where the political power and influence operates. So now the political orbit now it is in NRM. The majority are still supporting NRM, and if you want to take them out, to take NRM or President Museveni in particular, because even in changing the president doesn't mean that the NRM will be out of power. Because Communist Party has led China for 115 years. Yes. Chama Cha Mapinduzi, they got independence. They are still leading them. But presidents are changing. But there is something I always ask people. We changed 8 presidents in 24 years. But Uganda was good. Was Uganda okay? Economically, health-wise, education-wise, and other sectors of government. Were they okay? I will say no. Therefore, it is not a matter of changing governments. It is a matter of receiving services, I've said. Because President Museveni has contained inflation. By the way, we have the raw inflation rate in Africa. We are in 5th position, the fastest growing economy in the world. 5th position. And when I do my own research, apart from the IMF, we are in the third. That's my own. And even IMF confirmed it of recent. They said by 2030, the economy of the world will be being, the 3 countries will be on top. And which are 3 countries? Uganda, Malaysia, and China. And they gave you the reasons. Those are international financial bodies which are lending us, which they are monitoring all the economies of the world. So that's a president we want. We don't need a president to come and economy moves down. We don't want the president comes and the political instability comes again. We need a president who has the ability to maintain every sphere of politics and other perspectives of life of Ugandans. And President Museveni is doing it very well. Because the policy in football, a best football player who is still scoring goals cannot be, you come out of the pitch and then be replaced.
Yes.
Why do you want Museveni to be replaced when he's still performing at the expectations of the people? Museveni does not sticking on us. He's not enforcing himself on us. It's us Ugandans who always go to Wachitura, go to Nakasero here, go to Entebbe and beg him, President Museveni, don't leave us. Don't leave us, because this country is at the crossroad. Don't leave us. So he always honors the cries and the pleadings of the majority. And that one, which one verifies that when we come even in the elections, you see what comes out. But Africans, what we have, we are living in denial. Africans, secondly, we don't accept defeat, even though they defeat you. Now, Chagulanyi, I don't think that Chagulanyi even has the audacity of saying they rigged his election. From where? Chagulanyi failed to put candidates, not even people who are going to win, have the ability to win, no, but just candidates to compete, MP aspirants in 265 constituencies.
Yes.
And leave alone that one. When President Museveni was trekking on campaign, another 20 threw away the card of NUP. They had already received the card of NUP. They joined NRM. Knowing that, of course, they are not going to be in parliament, but obviously, people always study and see, am I on the right track? These people are just violent. They are preaching violent messages that should drag Uganda in conflict and crisis. That economy, which is moving straight now, they want it again to go down. Even the same Uganda admitted was on a certain TV. He said President Museveni, when it comes on the economy, he's going to do everything to protect it. And that's a leader. And what is the economy? You people who are seeing us, the economy does not even lies in State House. The economy is my money, your work, and the work of every Ugandan that is watching us now. When your work is affected, then the government's economy is affected.
That's right.
That's why President Museveni is fighting to protect the economy. That's why I'm telling you, 3.9 billion. By the way, in 1986, I was 7 years. A kid of 7 years, an intelligent kid like me, there I was. Obviously, I know what was taking place.
Okay.
By 1986, to get a hole, just this hole, you know the hole. But for him, you have been in Kampala, you might be not knowing. Just to get it, people have no ability to buy themselves the holes.
Okay.
They could just go to Mayumba Kumi, they call it Mayumba Kumi, like LC1 now, to pick holes, salt, sugar. It was the government which was giving them for free, because people are totally poor. The economy was totally dry and drained. But now President Museveni has built it, and these people are preaching violence. You have to Kabanja. How are you going to Kabanja if you are not going to court? To demand your win, it is the only valid way is to go to courts of law. And when you say, I don't want to go to courts of law, but I'm going to Kabanja, that one means you are preaching violence. You want political instability to come again, and you are the enemy of Ugandans. That's what I tell people. You people who are supporting Honorable Chagulanyi, that preacher, perpetuator of violence, you have to know, when the violence comes in, does not only affect people who does not support Chagulanyi. Even those who are behind Chagulanyi,
Those affected.
they will be affected. Africans, we need to learn from history. Learn from your neighbors. You go to Southern Sudan. You go to Somalia. You go to Libya. You go to different, you know what was in Rwanda 1994. So do you want those things to happen here again?
Really.
That's why we always tell you, what we need, obviously, you people who are always dream that President Museveni will change. The time will come, President Museveni will rest.
Yes.
But it will be done through democratic ways.
That's right.
Undemocratic ways are very dangerous for us all. That's why I urge Ugandans and appeal, you don't support those undemocratic ways. And when you try it, I know you face some difficulties which you'll never fail to regulate. Therefore, all of us, we have to law-binding citizens. Secondly, convince people, because these people have a habit. They are beating even each other. I saw another, I was in this area of ours, I was going to the village. That time I slept there in Rushere. So when I was watching news on the TV, I saw another said, we are tired of Nup gangs who are attacking us on our campaigns. We are ready to protect ourselves. And why should you attack FDC person if you really know that you are on the cause of taking the government? FDC is an opposition party. NUP is an opposition party, but they are fighting alone. By the way, the Times Mpuga talks about, rather Chagulanyi talks about Mpuga and his group, and even the level of the hatred. When you measure them and the level of the hatred he has on Museveni, the Mpuga one is too much. But Mpuga is also in opposition. That's why those people, it shows you they are not yet ready to lead this country. But now let them teach them some lessons to learn. You want to ask?
Look at the part of the voting part now. If you can look back from the presidential part, and of course this happening ones which have been ongoing, are the number of the invalid votes which were on the rise. What does this show unto us, most especially the NRM party?
Not on NRM party.
All parties
because invalid votes were not belonging to NRM. That they were typically invalid votes. But invalid votes, you see, that's why I always tell you people, when you become a leader, you have to respect each and every word you mention. So I have been maybe a sympathizer of Mr. Akena, because me, I was an admirer of Dr. Obote.
Yes.
I have even his manifesto of 1980 in my office. The way he was doing his things is very, very tactical and logical. So the son, maybe I was sympathizing, but he's doing mistake here and there. But there is a brave mistake he made. Standing on the TV because he was not nominated. That spoiled the ballots. You right there, Akena. Maybe these people want to take me out of the table of transition. Who has told him that there is a table of transition? Who has told him that they want to chase him out of that table? So that is greedy. Don't think that anything you are not in must be spoiled. That if I'm not belonging to this building must be burnt. Then you are a bad person. So Mr. Akena made a political blunder to call it, and you can imagine votes which were invalid in numbers, they are bigger than the third.
That's right.
That is unfortunate. The money of us Ugandans are getting spoiled unnecessarily because of illegitimate and irresponsible leaders like Jimmy Akena. Because he said so on the TV, everybody saw. Spoil it intendedly. I cannot attribute it to him that 100% all those invalid votes was because of Akena. Second, I come to Electoral Commission. Electoral Commission also, they have to do their law, because they always ask the finances and the Minister of Finance raise them money. They should advertise or put civic education to each and every TV, each and every radio. But they are too selective. You find they are only putting their announcements on 2 or 3 TVs. Each and every TV, each and every radio should have their education tips, so-called civic education. So this last election, civic education was not all that much. So that's why we saw what we did see. But I call upon, let everybody be responsible in his position of work. For me as a voter, let me be a responsible voter. Candidate as a candidate, let candidate be a responsible candidate. If the results that are being declared against you, you know what you are supposed to do. Don't these boxes of people have a problem. I've seen even yesterday a woman was beating Mr. Turbati. He's my friend. I always use him on a certain TV. There is no need of beating a returning officer, because what is the role of this one? A person who serves food that he has not cooked. His role is to serve the food which is on the saucepan, and that is a returning officer. Returning officer is role, or electoral commission officials. Their roles is to declare the results which has been placed on their tables.
Right.
If you have something different, you know what you are supposed to do. Run to the courts of law. Very many candidates have their win have been overturned. For example, Kasibante here in Urubaga and the Honorable Singh Katongole. Katongole was in parliament. The court removed the Katongole and they said they are no even by election. Go directly to the parliament, and Kasibante went directly. And even that's how Muanga Chivumbi went to the parliament when they were removing Chukurukunyu, Honorable Chukurukunyu. So if you know you have been winning and you have the other forms confirming you that you have won, but the returning officer has declared something different, run to the courts of law instead of fighting. Because when you fight, you are now making another rather crime. You are making a crime which will be raised in the courts of law against you. So you are illegitimate. They will declare you as an illegitimate political candidate. So we should not run. These people overzealous politicians and the radicalists have spoiled our political arena, our political space. Now people think that when you are not volatile, when you are not forceful, when you are not banging tables, then you are not a good leader. And people have reached at the extent of thinking that those people who are banging tables are fighting for the people, common people. That one doesn't mean that you are fighting for common people. You can fight for a common person when you are not banging tables. What changes the world is the ideology, not the fights you are fighting. So which idea are you pressing on the table such that people can have it and changes them? These people of opposition, when there is a hot bill in parliament or debate in parliament, for them they have a habit, they just get their diaries and move out of parliament. But you are not voted into parliament to boycott out. Because I've been telling people, entering parliament is a mind battle. It's not a physical battle. When the Chaguran is of the physical battle, this energetic physically, when they entered in parliament, they spoiled these speakers of parliament. And parliament had to procure another 5 billion to buy another speakers. And that's the government losing money. If you say you are poor people, why do you cause government to lose all this money which would have helped people? That's why I tell you people, don't be hoodwinked. Those overzealous, volatile politicians, but I thank you. You have shown them the way out. You have shown the caliber of Tamaguzis, the caliber of Mwanga Chivumbis, and the caliber of Tinka Similis, the son of Museveni. How can you call the Chitabani Museveni a person who is the army commander? You have to respect the people in their offices, because these people, they are forgetting only one. They are titled the word honorable. And how can honorable behave in a dishonorable manner? Honorable, when you sit before this microphone, there are words which are not expected to come out of you.
Okay.
But when they come out of you, people start doubting. Is this honorable? Of course, there are those who are like you, who will clap for you your hours, because they don't even overstrain their brain to think. They don't use their IQs to think harder. They think a person must be like that to be supported. But I thank President Museveni. However much these people have been violent, for him, he sticked on one thing: teach people what to do.
Yes, we're having 5 minutes to close up this show, but looking at, give us a picture, looking at the turn-up of the voters at the different polling stations. There was a decline this time round.
It has been totally low. By the president and the MPs, it was 52%.
Yes.
Again, when it comes to LC5,
even worse.
It reduced. Now LC3, it reduced too much. But what are the causes of that? I always tell people. Now, I'm going to choose majorly 2 people.
Okay.
That is electoral commission. Though I belong to NRM, doesn't mean that when any institution belongs to government makes a mistake, I cannot talk about it.
Yes.
I have to talk about it. Electoral commission. These people came out and sprayed their machines.
Yes.
These machines are going to work very well. And I was watching Mr. Justice Yabakama. He has a certain program on a certain TV every evening. He was saying these machines are not like the other years. No, these ones are going to work very well. And the machines disappointed the people. Even me, I had a program in TV here. After rather finishing the program, I was running to vote. Reaching there, people are just seated. And the people in Itungam, in Kavari, they first even had the instruction of Yabakama. Let us use this impapura.
Yes, yes, yes.
Instead of using the machines,
Yes.
BVVK, because they have refused to work. But in Kampala, people had that one around 11. They were just waiting. So I'm asking myself, how can a person, a worker of electoral commission from Arua, had that Yabakama has declared we use this manual, and the person in Cheba and the person in Ukoro have not it had. So miscommunication also was a problem.
Yes.
That's why, because people who had come in the morning to vote, they waited up to 11, they had to go back to work. And of course, those who have gone, they are not going to come back, even though they are told, now the process is now back. That was the first thing. Secondly, now I'm taking it the blame today overzealous radicalist politicians. Because when you instill fear in people, do you see, each and every election, starting from 2016, when we are going to election, people are boarding bus as if it's Christmas time.
And panic.
People are on panic. And who is putting that panic in people? Is it government? No. Opposition people, the nature of opposition we have, they think being overzealous, being volatile, you have to be so rough with speeches. Of course, people now, most of the majority now, 80% below, they have never seen war.
That's right.
And what they are going to do, obviously when we are checking our names, we don't know that those hard words are going to come. Those tension is going to rise. So we are going to vote in Kororo, Kasubi, everywhere you are. You have not changed it to go to Kabari, to Arua.
That's right.
But since now the situation has become dangerous, you have to take your family to Arua. Hence, turn up. And those are the causes, majorly. Electoral Commission must provide its gadgets at exact time constitutionally is. If you are told that those things must be at the polling station by exactly 7, let those things be there. You see, some of the, when we are voting LC 5, these mayors, some of the people started voting at around 10 because 10 people had failed to reach at the polling station. They have, you know, the law says you have to wait until the 10 people reach at the polling station, sees that these things are not tampered with. So that's totally unfortunate. You have now degenerated the morale of people. People have come and you are telling them machines are not working. And President Museveni what has created the economic catchwork, that people have a space of work, rather the avenue of work. People are working, and most of the people, the big percentage, are in this informal economy, informal sector. Sorry, most of the people are in informal sector. Informal sector, you are selling, you are in the business. You have locked to go and vote, then you come back. Reach there, you have been there for 2 hours. Then you cannot again lock your shop and go back. That was the causes. So I at least those people who are in those positions should rectify such challenges by the coming elections. I'm talking about 2031. God willing, of course, President Museveni will be on the ballot paper. For us, we have already started again. So listing votes for him by 2030.
Okay. Time is not on our side. What's the way forward for Uganda's governance and democracy in the coming years?
May I beg all people who have been given a political authority to use it effectively, people. I think there are people who reached at a level that they had bought even their constituencies. They have been crying, even my constituency, these people want it. There is no your constituency. Constituency belongs to the people, voters. This Uganda belongs to us voters, not to Museveni. That's why President Museveni respects each and every person.
That's right.
In his caliber or her caliber. So if you have been given authority to vote, rather you have been voted in a position of leadership, do your responsibility effectively. And if you have been rejected, you sit down and ask yourself, why have you been rejected? Do what people likes, people will vote in by 2031.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. That has been Nathan Kazora, yes, interim political analyst. And of course, we believe that what happened. And so shockingly that this same round, the big fishes were also put down. And of course, now the young people, all those who have been entrusted with power, the same one, they are going to do what they are supposed to do to ensure that the services are delivered to each and every individual in Uganda. However, for us, we congratulate, yes, the parties which have won, and we believe that this same round, the interim government will be able to do more good and good until the 2031 we will be able to vote more of the leaders to take over the country. My name is Rita Nandira. Thank you so much for being part of this coffee break conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Nathan.
Welcome.
And God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.